Hi, Johanna. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I invited Johanna to do a testimonial for Lotus Group Coaching. She is a real valued member of our community, but she is also somebody who has participated in other coaching programs before. So she really brings a depth of experience to this testimonial. And so, Johanna, how did you find us, and what were you looking for in a coaching program when you joined Lotus Group Coaching?
So let's see. Last October, I had just come out and I was on different Facebook groups trying to find a home, if you will. And I connected with Barb, and Barb told me about you, about her website, and about how much she wished she had had someone like you in her life when she came out.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point in time, I feel like last October was probably the most stressful month for me,
Mm-hmm.
or at least in a very, very long time. And I was feeling very isolated. I felt like I knew what I needed to do, but I couldn't imagine how I had come out to a handful of great, loving, very supportive friends, but they're all um in, so far as I can tell, happy straight marriages.
Mm-hmm.
And they were I'm so grateful for them, but I really wanted to connect with people like me, so people who were going through the same thing or who had gone through something similar. And so when I exchanged some messages with Barb, I eventually checked out your website, and I we did a discovery call in early November, I believe. And I remember having this feeling after talking to you of, oh my gosh, she really, really gets it.
She gets it.
um, and I have coaching training myself, so it
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, my training is in health coaching, but
Mm-hmm.
it was great and kind of neat at the same time to be on the other side of coaching, um for something that I was feeling so huge, all consuming. I was feeling so vulnerable and alone in the process. And to have that communication, that conversation with you at that point in time, it 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 was like a breath of fresh air. It was so encouraging to know that you're out there and that there's a group of people out there who are going through something similar and supporting each other.
I think that's, I went to the group coaching model because what I know is that when we are coming out later in life is that we need community. We need a group of people who understand what we're going through because it's a pretty unique experience. More and more people are coming out later in life, but it's still a really unique experience. And so, having people that get it, and it's not just me and Barb and Linda who are part of this program, it's everybody in the group, right? Like everybody understands, and there's a lot of compassion and support between the fellow group members.
Absolutely. And there's any time anything comes up, there's someone who's going through something similar right now, or someone who went through something similar maybe a year ago, or 3 years ago, or 6 years ago. And so there's just, it's so, in my experience, it feels magical and life
Aw.
changing to feel
Oh, thank
seen
you.
and heard. And I think that's if I were to summarize in one line why I'm back for a second 6 months in your group, that's it. It's because it's so hard to go through this process when, even if there are supportive people in your life, inevitably there are people who are not, or people who don't get it, or people who
Are
can be
questioning your choice
right,
to
they're
come out.
questioning, or they're
Yeah.
unintentionally hurtful. And so to know that once or twice a week I can meet up with all these lovely people who have been where I am, it's a bit of an energy boost too.
Yeah, it's so funny because when I wrote my book, Authentic Peace, I talk about how when I came out to my therapist and I said to her, I need to find a soft place to land, with no understanding of, like, knowing that I needed a place of safety and refuge, but not knowing what that was going to look like. And when you said what you just said, Johanna, I was like, I'm giving people a soft place to land for a time in their life. It's, for some people it's 3 months, for some people it's 6 months, for some people it's a year, and for some people it's a couple of years. But having a nice soft place to land when we are going through the biggest change in our life is so helpful.
It really is. Yeah.
So thank you so much for your testimonial. I really appreciate it. You are such a valued member of our group. And like a lot of people, Johanna's becoming an experienced one now. And so she provides a lot of support and advice to people. And she really, really understands this journey. And she is a friend to many of the people in our group. So thank you, Johanna, for being such a wonderful member of our group.
Thank you.